Hello Yellow class, we're going to start this afternoon with our handwriting. So first word we've got is find. Find starts on the line, it's a tall letter and a low letter, short I, up, down and over and into our D. We've got that word find. Then we've got the word kind. Tall, up and over, K, I, N and D, kind. Then we've got the word mind, up, down, over, up into the I, up, down and over for the N and then the D. Then we've got the word behind, so up, down and over, into an E, up, down for the H, I, up, down and over for the N. Just watch those N's and M's. We don't do them like that. We need an up, down and over. Okay, so make sure your handwriting is nice and neat. This week we are thinking about the story, I forgot to get the book out, Sir Charlie Stinky Socks and the Really Frightful Night. There is a link for this story on the website, so you can have a little watch of that. Now this one, in this story, if you remember the end of Really Big Adventure, the princess had opened her present that Sir Charlie gave her, and inside she got a teddy bear from Sir Charlie. At the start of Really Frightful Night, the princess, at the end of her party, the princess is so excited by her present that she's gone to bed with her teddy bear, but somebody has stolen it. And today I want you to think about how the princess reacts when she discovers her teddy bear is gone. So have a think about what she might do. I think she's probably going to cry. We already know from the other story that she can shout. She might wail. Wail's a good word. And that doesn't mean wail as in the mammal that lives in the sea. That's wail as in a type of crying and when you're shouting. She might scream. She might be frightened. Sometimes when we lose our teddy bears at night, we do get a bit frightened, don't we? She might be scared, upset, and I imagine that princess, at her party when nobody came, I imagine she can get quite cross as well. So have a think about how the princess reacts when she discovers that her teddy bear has gone, and think we can write at least 3 sentences, and don't forget that word because to explain your answer. And again, you might be able to use when. I think the princess was frightened when she realised her teddy bear was lost. Okay, so have a go at those. Carrying on thinking about Rwanda, we really enjoyed that last week in class, and we used that PowerPoint from Sue was really gave us lots of information. So lots of things there. You can have a look through those again if you want to today. Now we're thinking about the weather in Rwanda. Now the weather is very different to the weather in Holbury, and what we're going to do today, well not today, we're going to have to do this over the week, is we are going to be recording the weather in Rwanda and the weather in Holbury. What I will do each day is on the website, I will put a little clip and I'll put an image telling you what the weather was, and I'll try and do it at the same time, because otherwise in our country it's not necessarily the same time as it is in Rwanda, so we need to make sure we're having a look at the weather at the same time and to see what's happening, okay? And what's really important, last week on Friday you were thinking about the temperature. What's really important to look at is the temperature, because sometimes the weather might not look very different. We might have lots of sun here and they might have lots of sun in Rwanda, but something that makes a big difference is the temperature. So it's always worth having a look at that, and that's why we need to try and get it at the same time, because if you think about the temperature here at 12 o'clock at lunchtime, it's a very different temperature out there. But if we're looking at 12 o'clock in the evening, it will be cooler out there. So we need to try and make sure we do it at the same time. So we're going to complete a weather chart, and we'll do that for each day for the next 7 days. Now, you've already met Sue. Next Monday, hopefully, Sue, she's not going to come into school because she can't do that. we're going to have a Teams meeting on the computer with Sue, and we're going to be able to ask her some questions about Rwanda. So what I'd like you to do today is have a think about what you'd like to know about Rwanda, and if each of us can write 5 questions for Sue, then we will have lots of things to ask her when we see her on Monday. So remember those question words. You might have a what, you might want to know where. She might be able to answer some why questions. She might be able to answer some when questions. So have a think, write 5 questions that we can put together to ask Sue. And don't forget, if you're writing questions, they need a question mark at the end. So have a go at your geography for today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.